Scrum and traditional project management, which is often referred to as waterfall, are two distinct approaches to manage projects, each with its own set of principles, processes, and practices. Scrum is agile, while project is waterfall, project management. But the truth is, right now, they're incorporating the agile methodology into the project management methodology. So yes, so project management is becoming also agile, but with that being said, Scrum is strictly agile. First, about Scrum, about project structure, for example, is that Scrum is iterative and incremental. And we have a lot of proof to that, and I've explained over and again. Scrum is very flexible. As to traditional project management, it is linear and sequential. You have to finish initiating before you plan. You have to finish planning before the execution. Like that product backlog, for example, in waterfall, you have to finish planning everything. You can't just take it. You can't take out a sprint goal and run it. So it's not flexible, and you have to finish executing before, going to the next step and next step and next steps. But does that mean it's not relevant? No, it is. For any kind of predictive project or product that you are trying to implement, it is always good to use the traditional project management. For example, you want to build a bridge, I would advise that you go with the traditional project management, because there's already a stereotype way or a traditional way that is being done, and one thing must finish before the other. But that doesn't mean that there is nothing like critical parts, like the critical things that needed to be done to achieve the project in itself, right? So yes, that is also part of project management. But with that being said, the two are very, very relevant depending on the kind of project or product you are working on. But does that mean that Scrum can also handle traditional project? Yes, it can. But traditional projects sometimes can handle Scrum or the agile way of doing things. So Scrum is very adaptive, right? It's adaptive. The requirement prioritized and can be changed. So you can change things from time to time. They are prioritized. And then you use what's called product backlog. You can increase and improve on your features from time to time. But this is a fixed requirement. You have to plan it, your scope from beginning. You have to develop all the metrics, and then you have to do detailed documentation. So Scrum value and flexibility. It goes straight for value, measure success based on value, and then it also it encourage fast delivery, frequent delivery, as to waiting to the end of the project before you get your final product. While this measures success based on scope, time and budget, and the end delivery products, how you satisfy the scope majorly, and in turn you are satisfying the stakeholders or the project sponsor. Scrum encourage for cross-functional team, right? And about the product owner, the way it's organized, that's aspects called organization. This is very hierarchical and very specialized. You need to, the roles are also clearly defined, but sometimes in the Scrum role, it's also very clearly defined. So there seems to be more like, but this is highly project managed in terms of a project manager sits on the role. He's both the product owner and the Scrum master, really. He's relating with the team, he's relating with the stakeholder, he's doing everything right. He's the one managing WBS, the work breakdown structure, he's the one managing the issue logs, the risk, everything. As in, it's just so much that sometimes project managers can go crazy. Right. So yeah, so and then project control. Right. Team are empowered because everyone have there is what's called self-organization that we've talked about, continuous feedback from the stakeholders to help you adjust, within each sprint. But in this one, it's not like that. It's very rigid control. You have to plan. You have to present your plan. Your plan has to be approved. It has to be baseline. It has to, like you just have to get all the details right before going forward. So it's highly manager led, a lot of documentation, and that's it. So in a summary, Scrum is more flexible, adaptable, and collaborative, making it ideal for complex projects with changing requirements. Traditional project management, on the other hand, is more structured and predictable, often better situated for projects with well-defined requirements and a clear path to completion.